Jeff and Lynn have dedicated so much of their lives to the education of building up people of faith, which is why I am so excited that part of the O'Grady Fund is going to go to fund a residency program. Residency programs are known within the nation, but they are few and far between, and this would be the first residency program to be set up on the West Coast. The residency program is for those who have graduated seminary, who are entering their first ordained call. And as they enter that first ordained call, which they will take here at San Marino Community Church, they will get the extra training and the extra benefit that comes from having units with experienced and seasoned leaders. Taking units that are dealing with preaching and with pastoral care, with administration, and with creating vision and strategic planning. This residency program is such an asset, both to San Marino Community Church and to the greater PCUSA.
The residency program with Princeton Theological Seminary is going to accomplish 4 really important things for the SMCC community. First, it's going to solidify our relationship with Princeton. It's something that we have benefited from in Jeff's leadership, and we certainly hope that it will continue in the future. Secondly, it's going to create space for a steady stream of bright talent to come and inform the ministry of SMCC. Third, it's going to give us some much-needed administrative support. 25% of the residents' responsibilities is going to be planning the speaker series that is also part of the fund, but the other 75% will be pouring into our programs and congregations. So we're really excited to have that extra support. And fourth, it's going to give us the opportunity to pour into the next generation of ministers in the PCUSA. These ministers are going to be equipped to go wherever the Lord calls them and lead from this intersection of theology and culture. So it gives us the opportunity as SMCC to just have a significant impact on the PCUSA, which is really exciting.
Jeff and I are both Princeton Seminary graduates. We have both served in the administration of Princeton Seminary at different times. Jeff has served the past 4 years as chairman of the Board of Trustees of Princeton Seminary. And it's not that Jeff has mentioned Princeton all that often from the pulpit. We have lunch twice a month together. And we often talk about Princeton and its relationship to this church and to ministry broadly. And I think with us not being totally conscious all the time, we have been the beneficiaries of his time as Dean of Students at Princeton Seminary, his time as Chairman of the Board of Trustees. He's brought a wide-angle vision of theological education, of the church, because that's the world in which he lives. And I think we're the beneficiaries of that, in small ways and big ways, in ways that we will perhaps even fully recognize even after his retirement, how much he has brought Princeton and theological education to us.
I think that they will benefit in various areas. First of all, having the San Marino Church involved with the Princeton students has in the past been very advantageous with the internship during the summer time, but we've also had the opportunity to experience students who are from different cultures and different backgrounds, and not only have they learned from us, but we have also learned from them. And so as the students come to the campus as residents, I'm hoping that that will continue, and along with our guiding them in their ministry, we will learn from them as well.
At the seminary, we are very excited about the Jeff and Lynn O'Grady Theology and Culture Fund. Among other things, this will bring one of our star fresh graduates to the San Marino Community Church for a 2-year residency program. Other churches have established these programs with great success, but I'm not aware of a vital one on the West Coast. And so this program will help hold West and East Coast culture and churches and seminaries together. But even more importantly, it will help form a new pastor in ways beyond the reach of a seminary. We can provide an excellent Reformed theological education, but only churches can help a new pastor learn how to translate that theology into vibrant ministry. So through this residency program, provided by the O'Grady Fund, you will be making a contribution not only to your own church, but also to the future congregations where these residents will serve after being formed by the partnership between PTS and the San Marino Community Church. And what a fabulous legacy to the O'Gradys.
I think education is so important. The ability to pass on learning and understanding and wisdom from one generation to another. I think in a truly rational society, everybody would be a teacher. How much do we invest in our children, and how much do we attend to their education?
Well, what excites me about the Princeton residents at the SMCC community is I really believe that when you invest in the next generation, something wonderful happens. I think it's going to benefit the Princeton students. I think it's going to benefit SMCC. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for students to learn from a healthy church. And let me tell you, I have been around many Presbyterian Church USA churches that are not healthy. This is a healthy community of faith. And I can't wait to have Princeton students engaging on the West Coast with a very healthy church, Christ-centered, loving God, real people, authentic people. It's going to benefit the students by giving them a model of what a church can be, and it's going to be great for the people of the church because you're going to realize you have a ministry in helping to train these young pastors and making them better.
San Marino Community Church is going to benefit so much from this residency program. We all know how dependent the future of the church is upon younger generations. We long for the younger generations to take more leadership in the life of the church. This is a simple way for new life to come and inspire those that are already within the congregation to bring their best to our future. Not only do residents bring that new scholarship and the innovation that comes with the enthusiasm of being a recent graduate, but they also bring that ability and capacity for relationship to connect with you and with me, to inspire and provide us new ways to engage our community with meaning and with authenticity. I cannot wait to see how these residents will add to the established life of this wonderful congregation.
What I have am so hopeful about this program is that just like in the real world, that first call is crucial. It really is so important for how a person comes out of seminary and how they start their ministry. And I actually have to tell you that there are people I know who are at the national levels of the church in many different leadership positions who not only remember Princeton, but several of them have talked about how San Marino was the start for their ministry, either as interns or as new associate pastors out of seminary. And so it's so perfect to have this program because it becomes this opportunity for really gifted seminarians to come and to begin their ministry in a place that will support them and guide them and give them just a great launching pad for the future. So again, it's a way that both San Marino and Princeton share that ability to, and have already proven the ability to really nurture and launch ministry for the future of the church.
It lets them know what it's like to work at a functioning church. Because especially after COVID, so many churches have, I think, really hit hard times. And instead, our church pivoted in a really beautiful and amazing way. Our online services are incredible, just incredible. They're so professional. And to have a young student, again, or graduate, see how kind of a really committed, functioning, positive place this church is. To see what that kind of experience is wonderful. It would be a wonderful thing, and that grows leaders in the church in the broader scheme.
You know, one of the great advantages of the church is it's one of the few institutions that we're part of from our birth to our death. And the church incorporates into the body of Christ every generation. So there's opportunities to do something with your grandchildren at the church. I have been engaged in working with young people, youth ministry until I was in my 40s, admissions and dean of students at Princeton Theological Seminary, and then here as a pastor, continued to invest in the next generation of leaders for the church. Some of that was selfish. I'm just energized by being around young people who are optimistic about the future and are trying to discern their own callings and how they're going to use their lives. And I was in a privileged position to be able to say, this is worth giving your life to. It's not easy, it's demanding, but it's worth giving your life to. And now at the other end of a career, I can say that wholeheartedly. So it's been a joy to invest in the lives of others.